of those things where if you look back on like something in your life, you could be like, wow, I wish I did that, but at that time it wasn't the right decision. But obviously looking back now, it is. So let's do the big reveal. My favorite Pokemon card. Nothing really comes close. I mean, the Kawaii Erica, sights here, they're beautiful cards, but nothing compares to this for nostalgia. My favorite Pokemon, or one of my favorite Pokemon, my favorite shiny, and the rarity of this card is absolutely astounding. You could already see it's so minty fresh. So let's do the big reveal. Ooh. Gold Star Rayquaza is it's a common card for people to like, right? The artwork is so beautiful. It's so rare, so hard to find in good condition, and people that have this card, they're not looking to sell. I'm not selling this ever. I don't care if it's $1 million, unless if I really have to, but I really hope I don't come to that financial decision. But it's truly such a beautiful card. I want to show you guys how minty it actually is. Gotta be careful, I'm not taking it out of this little penny sleeve. But I don't think there's a scratch on it. Actually, maybe I will just for the video. Just gotta be careful. I usually wear gloves when I do this, but I don't do it often. Where is the thing? Okay. Got to be very careful. Okay, so there's one little scratch around here. Up top too, it kind of looks, that is probably nothing actually. So on the face, you can just see for yourself. I can't really find much. The centering is pretty perfect as well. There's just like, it's so weird on the camera, it looks so much different. Like the color, it's much darker. Maybe I'll lower the brightness a little bit. That didn't really do anything. There's one little nick right there. Other than that, I don't see anything wrong with this card. It's the centering, I think, is even pretty good. Now, okay. I should not have my tea up here. I put my tea there so I didn't forget to drink it. But main thing is, it's so minty, and I probably should get it graded just to see if it actually is like a 9 or like a 10, but I don't think it's a 10. What is that? Okay. I don't think it's a 10. It might be though, but I don't like to get my hopes up. I'd mentioned to you guys I'm never really selling this card, and I kind of mean that, so I don't care like if it's a 10 or a 9 or a 7, because to me it looks so minty. And I like cards that are raw. I don't like when they're graded. To me it loses that nostalgia factor, and I'm just gonna keep this like this forever. So I want to talk about how I got this card. I was in sophomore year of college. I wanted this card really bad. I was already into the hobby pretty deep, but I never made a big money purchase. The most expensive card I bought before this was probably like $100, and I kept refreshing. I would check eBay for good listings every day. TCG Player and Troll and Toad. There's probably some other websites, but those were the main that I went to get the card. So literally every night I would check these websites for new listings and trying to get this card. I was like a headhunter. I don't even know what the terminology would be. Finally, one day, going Troll and Toad. This is in the summer. It was still cold. I was in a sweatshirt, I remember. It was probably like 7 o'clock. Maybe like March or April. It was around my birthday. And I saw there were 3 listings on Troll and Toad. Near mint condition. I think they were $365. Maybe $395, but I don't remember spending over $400, so it was probably $365 with shipping. to spend or drop like $1,200 one night on 3 cards. That's not something that I had. I mean, I had the money. I had about $1,200 or $1,300 in my bank account, or my like spending money account, just from working and stuff. But it's like, do you make that decision and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy 3 cards with it? And at the time, I knew these cards would go up enormously in value. I did not think they would go up as much as they did now, but I assumed they would at least double or triple in a couple years. And I wasn't looking that, or I'm not looking that on hindsight, like, oh, now I look back and see it. No, in the moment, I was like, I need 3 of these cards, but financially it makes no sense, because then I have no money to work with. I can't buy anything if I want, and as long as I had 1, I would be happy. But if I was in the financial position to buy 3, I would have bought them all, because they were near mint, $400, insane. And at the time, that was the market price, so it wasn't like ridiculously undervalued. It was just the market price, and Troll and Toad even bumps it up higher because of the platform they have on, right? So today, if you want this card in this condition on eBay, it's probably the only place you're gonna get it. And if you do find it, it's probably about $4,000. I mean, I'm estimating, there's a lot of variables, especially when you're dealing with this type of illiquid or rare product. It's very, buyer and seller dependent. But I think this is about at least $3,000, probably $4,000. So, financially or investing and trading wise, this is one of my top, maybe 5 best trading things ever. Like, obviously, so this went up 1,000% in about 3 or 4 years. That is insane. And the thing is though, it doesn't really matter for this one card, right? Because this just kind of means my wealth kind of went up in value because I own this now. But if I had 3 of them, that's 1,000%. That's actually money, that I can move around now, because I would probably have sold 1 by now. If I get it for like 3,000, that's insane. That would be trading, but this is just a wealth mechanism, But again, it's not. I didn't buy it for the financial reason. I bought it because I want it, and I would have bought the other 2 for financial reasons if I had the, money to mess around with. But I didn't, and I'm very sad. I guess we didn't really talk about just how beautiful this card actually is. Just real quick, I have a video of, I watched it the other day, on one of my older channels. I opened this in the mail. I bought a bunch of Rayquaza cards, and this was one of them. Yeah, it was spring break, sophomore year of college, because I was with my roommate, my friend Rob. So that had to be early March, yep. So I probably bought it sometime late February. I just can't believe how expensive all these cards got. I mean, I knew they were undervalued. I just, looking at the cards, you're like, oh my god, like, you can buy this thing from my childhood with this rarity for that price. Like, bro, I'm buying that. But it could have went the complete opposite direction, right? It could have went, this could be $10 today. I mean, I don't think it ever would, but, what's even crazier? I bought this so the year or 2 before this, I think it was like $100. You could have bought this for like $100. And when I found out, I'm like, wait, these things are going up enormously fast, and it's a collecting thing. People are getting their hands on them. Like, I gotta get them. So I bought this card when I knew that the card was about 2 or 3 times the price as it was like a year or 2 before. And this is definitely going to be a reoccurring conversation and topic on this channel, but everything is so relative to now that you may think, oh, $4,000 for this card is expensive. You have no idea, what next year is going to bring. This could be $8,000. I know it could double again. I'm not saying it would. I'm not trying to push the product or hype it up. I'm just saying we have no idea what these are actually valued in the future. We can only, judge it by the past. This could be $1,000 in the future. But all I'm saying is, if this goes to $1,000, I know me and a bunch of other people, we're buying them probably. If we have the money to allocate to it, obviously. But differences because it makes more sense. But I bought a Cyber Dragon Ultimate Rare. The card at the time, market price was about $100. I saw this card. It wasn't near mint. It was like light blade kind of. But I was like, I want it. Give me that card. I think I paid like $130 for it. So I 30% over market price for a seller on Instagram. Today the card's like probably $400. Like, what's happening? But I knew that again. There's a value in trying to find the product. So I found that product, Cyber Dragon Ultimate. I realized that time is not on my side. It's only a matter of time before this guy sells it. I need to get that into my pocket right now. Get it to me. And sometimes you just gotta slap on a big. I guess that's what they call in the metals world, premium or something. The act of like selling the metal at a higher cost because you know that you can't just like, I don't even know how to explain it. But yeah, there's obviously if you want it, I guess that's why you're raising the bid, right? Like I raised the bid on that Cyber Dragon because I needed it, because I realized that I'm in like oh crap, I need this product because it's probably gonna go up in value and I want to buy it before it starts hitting the fan even further. What a magnificent, this is such a beautiful art. Who did the artwork on it? Oh, here, right here. Sorry, it's really tiny font. Masakozu Fukuda. Astounding. Now the pull rates on the gold stars are about 1 in 3 boxes. Leonhardt, I think, pulled one. Yeah, Leonhardt pulled one maybe a few months ago. And I don't think any of these will ever be pulled again. Because there's 3 gold stars in this box, or set. So that's 1 in 9 boxes. Really broad estimate of probability. Very, very bad probability, but about 1 in 9 boxes you're gonna get one of these. Maybe like 20 boxes exist like left. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'm taking a wild guess, but and those aren't probably gonna be opened. There might be 1 left unopened. And that's just pretty mind-blowing. I might be wrong on that. Maybe someone with more knowledge can fact-check me. I'm just taking a guess, kind of, because I don't actually know. It's definitely very rare. There might only be a few, Man, if you could find these, though. If I was, if I had to spend like $3,000 to get one of these now, I'd be so sad. But I would need it. Look how beautiful this artwork is. Shiny Rayquaza Gold Star. What a card. Anyway, guys, actually, I want to read this card real quick. For a Fire and Electric Spiral Rush 30x. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 30 times the number of hits. That's pretty, this could literally be infinite, but you're probably gonna get like 2 or 3, or at least 1. Or maybe even 0, I don't know. 2 fire, 2 electric, holy star, discard all energies attached to Rayquaza's star. This attack does 100 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon EX. That sounds alright, I guess. 90 HP. I don't care though, it's, what a card, holy crap. I have to look at this at least once a week, it makes me happy and proud, I'm pretty sure a lot of you watching this video know that feeling, but it's very hard to describe. Rayquaza Gold Star, my favorite Pokemon card of all time. There isn't anything that comes close, I think. It's beautiful. I'm happy I was able to pick one up at a price that was cheap. I wish I bought all of them that I could, but that's looking back. And at that time, that was the wrong decision, because I would not have been able to buy other stuff for fun. I would have not have been illiquid, and there's no guarantee that this would have went up 1,000%. Again, I thought it was gonna double or triple in maybe a year, or 2 years, maybe 5, but 1,000% in a couple years. Did not anticipate that, and you can't predict that. You can't buy an asset and assume that either. It's just dumb. But regardless, yeah, it's interesting decisions I've made in my past to get me here. Yeah, our quizzical start. Thank you all for watching. What is your favorite Pokemon card? Please let me know below. Maybe like top 5, because I don't. There's so many cards out there, but I can confidently say this is my number one favorite Pokemon card. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys.